Oh yeah, 'cause it's got that
I think so.
10-5.
Yeah, so if I do new 10-5. Does it give you a challenge? Oh, I see a nasty fly. Or is that searching for one? Okay, that's probably searching.
Can't you just do?
Rematch. You can click rematch.
Can't you just do
Alright.
rematch? Yeah, that'd be better.
Yeah, okay, and then I'll start black and you'll go white. Alright. John, you ready? I'll accept.
Are you staying on this page where you're just rematching? Is that right?
Rematching.
Yeah,
It'll be the page. Oh no, now it's a new page. It's a new page.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, the timer won't start till you take a move, I don't think.
Yeah, that's
I've
right.
got 50 seconds before auto abort, so.
Okay,
There you go.
I'll mute you up myself, but you can trash talk.
That's gonna be a lot of trash talk here.
All right.
Shall I start?
So we're just about to kick
So
off
you
the
tell me
very
when to
first
start.
round.
Got 35 seconds before the game reports.
We start whenever you like.
Or John. Oh.
Start whenever you like.
Alright, you ready, Stephen?
Yeah, let's do this.
Let's do this.
Alright. So they're starting off with a pretty standard e4, e5. So we should see some fairly normal development coming out of this. Maybe some knights coming out, bishops and all that sort of business. Full disclosure, I am not very good at chess, but we are just giving this a go.
I think you get rid of that on the settings, but oh well.
Okay, so this is Petrov's
Yeah, 'cause
defense,
surely you have more than a
and
minute, 'cause
the
you've got
issue with this
9
one is
minutes.
that each of these pawns are undefended,
From now on, it's fine. Alright, Petrov
so it
defense.
can cause some interesting
Don't
things to
really
happen.
know how that goes, but we'll see. Is this like a gamble you practice to get me in the two moves?
Oh, it looks like I've got
Yeah,
the
absolutely
names
not.
the wrong way around, so I'll just fix that.
Right.
Right, hold on.
Go on, I won't distract you.
Yeah, very, very smooth so far. There we go. So no one's gone for the taking idea so far.
Alright, I'm already in the line I've never played before. Nice.
Nice aggressive idea from Stephen here. So he's causing a double attack right there. So that's a fairly expected response.
I live to be annoying.
Me too.
It forces that retreat there. And now he controls the centre. So, interested to see how he's going to follow this up. He seems to have an aggressive advantage. Oh, very, very aggressive. Yeah. So I would have thought that would have been a bad move for black because he's kind of forcing white to develop his pieces by doing this check, and now he's going to have to retreat. But for some reason, the eval bars shifted in favour of black. Now it's gone in favour of white. So it's sort of recognising that fact. Pushing the pawns even further.
Left the pawn hanging there, I think.
That's been hanging since the beginning.
So have you got a few lessons?
Not really. Like, I've just been doing like the lessons. I used to play as a kid, but that was a long time ago. I'm only concentrating on not making massive.
Yeah, sorry, I'll
problems
stop
with
talking
it.
about you.
Oh no, that's fine. More generally.
Right, so he's got this idea where he's attacking this weak pawn over here, which can cause some nasty business. So it'd be good for black to try and avoid that, perhaps bringing the queen out.
Don't tell me
Okay.
10 p.m. I was like,
Doing that sort of thing.
fine.
Very busy with the arrows, but there you go.
Oh.
That doesn't actually solve the problem. So now he's forked. He has to choose his favourite piece, which isn't what you want. So yeah. Obviously, he should pick to save the queen, but it's not a very nice position to be in.
What's the actual format? Is it like knockout or is it like groups? I don't actually know.
Yeah, so
I think it's just
he can't hear me, but the answer to his question is that this is a knockout competition. The winner of this match will move on to the winner's bracket, the loser onto the loser's bracket, and then there's a knockout from there.
I see.
Thank you for the follow, Mark. It's very nice of you. Alright, looks like I'm going to get a co-caster, which should be good. It's a little late, but that is fine. I'll just send him the link. Right, so White's got his knight stuck in the corner, but that's worth it because, you know, the rook has been taken, so that's definitely an advantage for White. Right, sorry about that, trying to get my co-caster in. The chat doesn't seem to like Ronan very much. Ronan looks rubbish. Oh man, I like this banter. Oh, sorry for missing your follow, Sean. Yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, sorry if I did miss anything else. I'm trying to get my my mate in to help me with the commentary.
Oh.
Alright, we're not going to be able to hear the trash talk anymore, not that there seems to be any, but that'll be fine. Hi Ralph, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Oh, yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, so I should have committed to this earlier, and then I could have found out about making fancy arrows and things.
Yeah, no problem. Right, I'll also send you a link to the Twitch so you can be self-conscious.
I think this game's over, I'm just saying.
Yep, that is a fair point. Alright, I'll just send you a link to the Twitch so you can have a look at yourself. Can people in the chat confirm that you can hear Ralph? That'd be helpful.
Yeah. Do me like that. Who's actually playing out?
Alright, that was a pre-move by Ronan, it seems. Okay, sounds like they can hear you.
I mean, I can hear myself on the Twitch.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Yeah, Sean was trolling for a little bit. Alright, do you want to introduce yourself briefly?
Yeah, apparently I'm a chess coach. So
yes.
What that means is that at least 53 people per week pay me to No. Okay, it's weird listening to me at the same time as saying I'm going to...
Yeah, mute yourself on Twitch there.
Too-
So
too
what it
late.
actually means is that you gave me one chess coaching session, and now you qualify as a chess coach.
Whoever cares, I played a lot of chess when I was much younger. Like from the ages of 5 to 12. I went to a lot of like actual in-person chess tournaments up to the age of 14 or so. And I actually won the East Hearts. It was either all of Hearts or East Hearts, the mega final. So pretty proud of that when I was 12 or 13.
So that's like a county level chess tournament. Is that
Yeah,
right?
I specifically remember there being fewer than 10 people there. But I
Okay.
So
All right. So you're at least better than 9 people in the world, is what you're saying.
that's what my tale would have you believe. Yes.
All right. So the chat's calling you a CC. You're not quite a GM level. You're a county champion. So. All right. Sort of going back to the chess. So it took Black a minute to come up with this move. It's protecting the bishop and attacking the rook there.
Should I just be like calling bad moves really bad if I see them? I don't know. This game's very swingy, so I don't know what counts as a mistake.
I mean, yeah, if you can spot things that perhaps shouldn't have been done, that would be a good thing to say.
Yeah, okay. So I think Black should focus a little more on just capturing the pieces that are being attacked. Like, before that rook move that we'd just seen, White's knight could just move out.
Yeah.
You know, there was nothing stopping it moving out. The position getting a bit complicated. Lots of pieces under attack.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I like this pawn move because the knight there isn't really doing anything. The bishop's double protected by 2 other pieces already.
Yeah.
And
so that knight can
it's
just go away.
Yeah, and it's allowing this exact move, which is centralizing the knight. 2 knights protecting each other, both which can't be attacked by White's pawns. So, despite the ridiculous advantages that both sides have had, I think it looks like it could still go either way.
So, do you think this knight taking bishop idea will work, given all the protection that it has?
So you can see it's attacked by 2 pieces and defended by 2 pieces.
Yeah.
What the other thing is that the black bishop can just move as well. It's also not really doing anything. But the reason that this move is better is because the white knight is moving to a central position, and it's a good place for it to stay.
So, if you're in white shoes, what is the best thing that you can do to try and crack this very self-defended selection of pieces?
So there's a lot of distracting possibilities here because there are a few pieces that have multiple jobs at the moment. The black knight in the center is defending the other black knight, but it's also preventing the white knight escaping to g6.
Right. Yeah. So you want to remove that knight?
Yeah, I would say. Here we go.
It's all gonna fall apart now.
This is not look good.
It's an interesting choice to take the piece with.
So I have done this before sometimes, where I'll just look to the end of an exchange combination, where I just assume that pieces will be taken until the end. But that's obviously not the case here. So obviously, what you like is the knight taking there and forking the king and rook, but that doesn't become an option in this line.
Has white just blundered its rook? Yeah. Or for some reason the computer liked that move. I don't really understand why.
If white captured black's rook instead of the knight, then black's knight takes there, forking the king and other rook, so you lose more material.
Right. Okay. I'm going to pretend I understand.
Plus 12.9 is very generous, but
we have Sean asking if you're single. Apparently he likes what he sees.
I'm not currently.
Sorry, Sean.
I'm not currently single.
Maybe next time.
And this is done. This game's finished.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Yeah. It's just a matter of time now.
That is something maybe to look out for in the next game as well, because not only does white have a crushing advantage, but white has used barely any of their time.
Yeah, and we have a resignation from Stephen in this one. So yeah, any thoughts to finish us out?
Yeah, what the hell did I just watch?
Oh dear. Okay. Right. Right, now I'm just going to be fixing OBS for a few seconds.
I can't believe I watched a game that long when I turned the game on, one player just lost their queen.
Yeah, well, it happens. It happens. I can pretty much guarantee that I'll do an awful blunder in my games, and probably the same goes for half the people in the competition. So
maybe I should have entered.
Well, I gave the point to the wrong person.
Who do you think is the favourite?
Who do I think is the favourite?
Yeah.
That is an interesting question. I think Ronan, who's playing right now, has pretty good chances at taking the whole thing. But I've also heard that Killian is quite good as well. I've not seen him play chess though, so I can't vouch for it myself.
Is there a way for me to go to the next game? Or
right, I'm just telling them to go for it now. So hopefully they'll hit rematch and then that'll be all good.
nice. Alright, I'm just gonna look at the opening one. Jeez.
Yeah, so they played a Petrov and neither took the opponent's pawn for a long time. Do you have any thoughts on that?
I mean, I'm looking at a black Ponziani and I'm not sure I like it.
Alright, so we've got the next game set up and we're good to go.
E4 again. Okay. Oh, here we go. Now we've got something to look at.
So Scandinavian from Ronan is what the computer's saying. I don't know this myself. I'm just reading off the screen.
I love it when someone tries to play this against me because... Oh dear. Oh dear.
So why was that so bad? Because of this move? So what was the correct move?
The move naturally is to capture. Capture the pawn, queen captures, then you play the knight out and the queen has to move back and you've won a move.
Right, okay. But instead
I'm
we
not
have
sure
this situation. So the knight's being kicked around the board.
Yeah. Lots of moves being wasted, and the knight's going to end up on quite a bad square.
Yeah, and there was nowhere else for it to go. That it would have been under attack, and if it went there, it would have been taken by the queen. Same issue with that one. So yeah, it had nowhere to go really. And it looks like he's putting additional pressure on that side, I guess, just to cause further grief to the knight. Or is there another trick that he's thinking?
So, this is very interesting. If I were black, I would abandon any pursuit of the knight now and just take the strong position that you've got.
Right.
Play a normal game from here.
Seems sensible. Though he's being quite aggressive with his pawn pushes, definitely causing a lot of problems on White's queen side.
I'm not a fan of this one. I think you shouldn't leave the threat open of a distracting e5 at a later point in the game. I think black should have played e5 here to shut out White's bishop from being able to take part in the game.
Interesting. Okay.
See, attacking White's... Oh, there you go. I think
So what's
if black
this?
continues to try to
this
attack
achievement?
White's knight, you're just encouraging White's knight to move to a better position, which is not what I like.
That's a fair comment. Sean said that you're going to have a field day with his moves when it comes to his game.
Clearly White did not learn from the lesson of allowing black to advance past a possible pawn capture.
You think he should have taken with the white pawn on the c file?
I understand the idea of moving the c pawn to leave the c2 square, but the c4 square is much better if you had left that for the knight to move to.
Right.
And from here, the white knight can't move anywhere. So even moving to b1 was possibly better.
Yeah. Yeah, it's out of options, isn't it?
Yeah. It's going to be tough to break down that black pawn center. It looks like we're in for a very closed game, which is going to favour black a lot as they don't use much time.
It also feels like they have more space because they've been pushing their pawns so far forward. It gives them more options.
Yeah, that's certainly true. Like, White's dark square bishop does not have many places to move at the moment.
No. And he can't fianchetto even. That's not going to accomplish anything.
Ooh, that's a very bad mistake by black after a poor mistake by white. The correct move, again, was to advance the pawn to b3, attacking the defenseless knight.
I am not following. Which move? Which turn number?
Sorry, white played a3, and
Right.
black played
A5.
a something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what should white have done?
So after white played a3, black should have played b3.
B3. Ah. Okay, yeah, and that's actually really quite nasty.
Yes.
And there's nothing that
That
white
would
can
have been
really
the
do.
third time this game that black just progressed the pawn past the attacking pawn.
We have a bit of a Mexican standoff with the rooks on the A file at the moment.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
Sean's asked if you can
there should be some
explain
castling.
en passant, or en peasant, as some people may call it.
On peasant has definitely been a possibility at least one point in this game.
So in principle, what is it?
When one player moves their pawn 2 spaces forward from the second rank, if they have moved it so it is horizontally next to a pawn of the other player,
Yeah.
essentially moving past where that pawn would be attacking it,
Mm-hmm.
then the other player can pretend that it only moved 1 space and take it.
And take it, yeah. Alright, I've drawn some arrows so that the audience can follow, but yeah. Hopefully that was useful. Alright, we have an interesting attack on the H-file with the bishop. So, he took a knight, and it seems to be offering it as a trade, bishop for knight. He's chosen to go for the queen. Queen takes knight, I believe. Which seems like quite an aggressive move, and all of a sudden, White has the advantage. Is this going for my favourite, taking the G7 pawn? Is that the move? Oh no, he's just taken the free bishop.
What?
That is
the correct move.
A bit of a blunder.
Bishop F6.
Bishop F6.
Bishop F6 protecting
right.
the pawn that you were just referring to.
No. What am I? This one. No. Yes, that's what the right move was. Sorry, took me a while.
Oh dear. It's getting worse and worse for black.
Yeah.
Seeing some very precise play from white. I'll be interested to see how the other pieces on the board can get into the attack.
It seems like quite a crucial point for white to be taking their time. Certainly there's an advantage to be had in this position, it's just finding the right move.
Yeah, I'm not sure that was it, but the advantage is still there.
Yes. I will not be asking Ralph to explain your taxes, Nick. I don't think anyone can do that. This feels bad. But is there a way for white to get around this? I guess take the pawn with your pawn.
I meant it was bad from black. Yeah,
oh, right.
I mean, that's free.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well white finds it, which is good. And that looks like another free pawn. A take with the queen.
It is, or indeed the bishop. Which looks very nice here.
Or the bishop, yes. Yeah.
And that's an awkward piece to have to defend while it's pinned to the queen.
Mm-hmm. Here I was saying that Ronan was one of my favourites for the whole competition, and he's not looking in a good way right now.
It's certainly not looking good, but after last game, I would still say anything can happen.
Oh, we've got a mate in 4 according to the computer, and it's gone. So, there was a mate in 4.
Sad.
Right. Is it something along the lines of queen to g4 and then use that as an attack with the bishop? Is that the idea, or am I going up the completely wrong tree?
My intuition would be that any mate would start with the rook exchange.
Right.
Just because it's an annoying defensive piece.
Mm-hmm.
Get out of the way.
Yeah, and now is the time to do that, certainly.
This game got weird quick.
Now he escapes with his bishop.
There's a nice tactic here that I would be interested to see if White can find.
Okay. So what's the move?
Rook takes rook, as always.
Rook takes rook, then checking the king, and then you can take the queen. Oh no, that's not quite right because the bishop can take, can't it?
That was a terrible move. That diagonal was very important.
Oh, followed by another, apparently.
Yeah, so the idea that I had in mind was rook takes rook, bishop takes rook, queen check. Then after the king moves, get back several moves now. Yeah.
Oh, that hurts. Oh no.
Is a very unfortunate error.
It was a free rook. It was a free rook.
It was a free rook. That is the biggest, possibly the biggest blunder. Going from mate in 6 to minus 16.
Yeah. No, it's mate in 16 for black apparently. Not minus 16.
Oh dear.
Oh. Yeah, Sean said it right. Puke. That's how I feel right now. Just feel like there is no justice in this world whatsoever. And as much as you like to push those pawns, they're not going to make it to the other side, I'm afraid. You've got king and the queen blocking their way. It's nice idea. And
not really sure what black is trying here.
Yeah. Pick up the knight in exchange for losing your queen, maybe. It seems like seems like a good idea. if he does take the knight,
queen
then
h6 check should have been played a long time ago.
h6, right? Yeah. That's what that idea was.
Yeah, you just want to bring the queen into the checkmating process as soon as possible.
Yeah, Sean's saying that Stephen's committing himself to the consolation bracket, or as I've called it, the losers bracket. Could also be called the fun bracket, because that is where the exciting games are. Certainly lots of blunders and mistakes to make things interesting. So, I'm guessing the fact that the eval bar is saying that it isn't a mating situation means that there's a possibility for a stalemate. Is that right?
It will mean that... Yeah, there we go. The mate is slightly too far in the future for it to be able to see.
Okay.
I don't think there are any stalemating chances. Well, who knows? With anything could happen.
Yeah, that's the spirit, Nick. He's not given up on Stephen just yet. He's still got 4 viable pawns that could be made into queens, so anything can happen. But yeah, it's just a little bit unlikely.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Yeah, and of course the rook can't be taken because it's protected by a pawn. And the bishop is gone.
Rather than going for a quick mate, just making sure of it first.
Yeah. Now, interestingly, White's pawns are blocked, excluding for this one that's next to the king. So it may have been possible for there to have been a stalemate if he can get himself locked in a corner, but now that's not going to be the case.
Black's play worried me a lot over those last few turns. There are a lot better ways to go for checkmate without risking a stalemate.
Yeah. Not that he needs it at this stage. With the first win in the bag, all he needs is a draw to move on to the winner's bracket.
Being a deliberate troll with the
with the night promotion. Oh. Well, interesting games, and I think it would be good to chat with the two guys about this one. Right, okay. I will send you...
I was promised an hour of chess. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, well, you know, half an hour, it's about the same, isn't it? Kind of. Right, I'll send you a WhatsApp link to the Discord so that you can join, and then we can have a chat with the guys. Have you got that link?
Yeah.
Okay, good stuff. Alright. Well, hopefully, if we mute our current chat, I don't know if we can also go into their chat. So I don't know if that's a thing.
It's the start of the games I find hardest. Like, I'm never really sure what I'm doing in the beginning, so I just have to kind of wait until something emerges out of it.
You came for the mid game. You had a really good reckoning in the mid game after all my blunders. That was just unfortunate for you.
Right.
Well, dude.
That was a very close second match for certain.
I didn't resign myself to losing that one.
Yeah, we were all bracing for a tiebreaker coming up. Certainly you, Ronan, you had the lead in the beginning. You did this very aggressive pawn push to try and encroach on his space.
That was terrifying. Yeah, I did not really know how to deal with that, but I managed to somehow get out of it.
Yes, so I'm just sort of going through the moves right now. At what point was it that you managed to break the advantage? Yes. So turn 17, when Black moved his knight onto the f6 square.
Big blunder.
That was a big blunder that pushed it all into White's. White's advantage. I think Ralph had an alternative idea that you could have gone for.
Oh man, I mean, turn 12.
Turn 12 even.
If you can.
Alright, I've rewound to that.
So you see right after 12A3, which is a slight mistake, it wasn't capitalized on. And the move here for Black is E3, attacking the knight, which no longer has any squares to move to.
Yeah, B3.
I was actually hoping, I wanted him to take that and leave the rook open. So hoping if I could move his knight later and just take the rook. I was leaving that for
So that was the idea behind your A5 move, was it?
Yeah. Then I kind of just forgot about it. He played really well. He was
Yeah, it was very good.
I kind of resigned myself to losing as soon as I did that blunder and he took my rook. I was like, oh, that's it over.
Yeah. So yeah, the blunder was on turn 17, where you moved your knight in, blocking your queen's vision of the bishop, which made that a free piece.
I wasn't so much worried about that.
That was like a little combo.
I was actually really worried when I just tried to get his queen. Don't remember what move it was, and I just gave him like a mate in 5 or whatever. Because my bishop that was watching my rook had to go, I would have had to trade.
The chat
It was
is
around like the 27-28 mark.
27-28.
Yeah, that kind of.
Turn 29.
29.
I did a blunder on turn 28. I had taken the
Oh yeah, no.
h5.
Ah, yeah.
Because I'd forgotten about the rook that I'd left open on purpose.
Yeah, you had a Mexican standoff with your rooks for pretty much half the game.
Yeah. I don't know, Stephen, were you aware about the rooks staring each other down?
Yeah, so mine was nice. Like I realised you weren't gonna fall for it when I opened it out. But yeah, that was my basis for like throwing that pawn up. Because also it cleared space because it was getting to a point where I just had so few moves I could really do. So I hoped you would take the pawn, and then yeah, that gave me a little bit of space and room. And also the fact you went for it made me feel a bit more like, okay, I get what's going on now.
Yeah.
Gave me a bit of time to put something together.
And
your timer was a second, yeah? Yeah, on the first one.
yeah, and now we're nearing the Queen's Gambit alternative route, which is a couple moves later. This checking the king with your queen on e4.
What move?
So this is turn 30.
Oh, turn 30.
Yeah, that's when it all just collapsed.
Yeah.
That was the thing
may
that
seem safe because it's protected by a pawn, but yeah, exchanging a bishop for a queen isn't always the best.
It was a poor move. I think it was a combination of like I'd totally forgotten that bishop was there. And yeah, as soon as I released it, I was like, oh yeah, but with the rook. Yeah, and then yeah, just.
Yeah, taking the rook would have been the better choice, but it's quite difficult when you've got the time pressure, I think.
Yeah.
The nice thing with the taking the rook possibility as well is it pretty much ends the game, because obviously an engine says there's a mate in 6, but you have to find that and that's work. But as soon as you take the rook, Black's king actually can't move anywhere because it's blocked by both bishops and the pawn. So you have to block the check with the queen, and therefore that allows a queen trade, and then the game's fairly simple from there.
Yeah, that's why I was kicking myself, because that's what I've been trying to do the whole time, like trying to pin him in, but then yeah, I just missed it when it was actually an option.
The pressure of these games will get you.
Yeah.
But
is this the first game of the round as well?
Yes, this is the very first match of the entire competition. We've done it a week early, so this is kind of a dry run as well for all of the commentary for next week and the days following. Yeah.
All the next ones will be next weekend.
Yes, so yeah, all the next first round matches are going to be next weekend. We've got a schedule up on Twitch on the left hand corner that you can see. It's not a full schedule because we don't know all the competitors just yet, but that is going to be sorted out soon. All right. So, did you enjoy yourself, Stephen? Was it a good?
Yeah,
good
it was.
experience?
It was really good.
All right, I'm very glad to hear that. So Ronan will be progressing to the winners bracket where he'll be facing against much tougher, very, very tough opponents. And
Is that you, John? Are you telling me that's you?
I'd like it to be me. I don't know who I'm going to be pitted up against. Maybe I'll have a real stinker for round one, but who knows? And Stephen, you'll be going through to the losers bracket, as we call it, or the consolation bracket, or the fun bracket, or whatever you want to call it.
The losers bracket, yeah.
And so the games there should be quite exciting and quite fun, and there's still prize money in that bracket as well. So still more games to be played, and lots to go for.
One thing, to next weekend. Actually, I might be able to, but let's see. I'm gonna be super busy from March 7th to 22nd. I'll be like almost not able to play for those 2 weeks. So maybe if someone wins the next round, I can play that one a bit earlier. But we'll see.
Yeah, we'll try we'll try and sort something out.
Yeah. That was fun. Yeah, Stephen had me really worried for a few of those.
Yeah, it seems like the people in chat seem to enjoy it as well. So that's good.
It's good.
All right.
Yeah, live draw. Look. You're Nick. Everyone wants a live. People want a live draw.
Everyone wants a live draw.
Yeah.
Not quite sure how that's going to work out, because it's all based off of rating. So as soon as I know everyone's rating, we'll know who everyone's up against. But I guess we can do a live reveal.
Yeah, you just need to pretend you're pulling out a hat. Next one is.
Yeah. I'll have a hat with 2 names in it every single time, and I'll just replace those 2 names. Yeah, okay. We can do something like that. Yeah. All right.
Alright, and you just need to... Oh, can Nick not see my name on the chest? Oh, you damn it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. So for people who can't see, look,
What's the trash? Okay.
I'll tell you what. I'll switch it to a different view so that people can see.
Yeah, just so Nick knows what's coming for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was asking about this name before.
Yeah.
So Nick is taking part in the competition as well.
No, I'm literally, because it's not like I made a new account so I could get premium M to trash talk Nick. Because he's gonna go down. Come on, Nick, come on, and we'll do an exhibition match.
Nick's saying that his real rating's 1800. I'm not sure whether we should believe that or not. I think he may have just stuck a 1 in front of it. Not too sure about that one.
Come on Discord, Nick, and I'll trash you live. Even if it won't be a competition. Go on. I'll even give you odds, Nick. I'll even give you odds.
Oh, this is interesting. What odds will you give him? Like a knight? A pawn?
I can give him 2. I'll give him the same thing I gave you, 2 knights.
2 knights, yeah, okay. I did manage to beat you with 2 knights odds though.
You did, yeah. But
Yeah.
Nick's terrible, so Nick's actually.
Oh, that's brutal.
I've never seen him say it that way. Go on, Nick.
Alright, well, thank you guys for joining us. I think we can wrap it up there. Alright, that all good with you?
Cool. Yeah, all good with me.
Alright, good stuff.
Good. Yeah.
Alright, so that wraps up the first game of the tournament. So we'll have 4 more next Saturday, 3 more on the Sunday after that. And then that will be all of the first round sorted. And then we can get into the winners and the loser bracket games. So yeah, look forward to showing you guys all of that, and I'll be taking part as well. So yeah, see you guys later.